Rohan stood outside in the garage with his pants wet, a puddle under his feet, and eyes filled with fear. Just a few minutes earlier, he had a fight with his cousin and he had bitten him. His mother, in a voice filled with anger, shouted, "Go stand in the garage for a 5-minute timeout and calm down. Think about what you did." But instead of thinking about what he had done and calming down, Rohan peed in his pants out of fear and confusion. Yes, a timeout has been the recommended way for disciplining a child for misbehavior. The idea of a timeout is to send the child to a quiet place to allow them to calm down and reflect on what they did. But unfortunately, the way timeouts are used today by parents makes them extremely ineffective and even harmful. Namaskar parents, I am Dr. Meghna, the therapist mommy. I'm a child and adolescent psychologist and a parenting coach. And today I'll discuss a research-backed strategy you can use instead of timeout, and that is called time in. When a child is given a timeout and sent to another place to think about their behavior, they're already struggling to manage their big feelings. This is the time when your child needs your support to help them manage those big feelings, to help them calm down. But instead, when you send your child to sit alone, they're likely to feel abandoned, rejected, and not at all loved by you. They're definitely not in a state of mind to reflect and think, "Oh yeah, what I did is wrong." No. More likely they're thinking, "My mom is so mean. I hate everyone." In the situation I described at the beginning, Rohan probably felt isolated. He was probably terrified. He was unable to manage his big feelings. And this probably caused him to wet his pants. So if we can't use timeouts, then what else can we do with the misbehaving child? Try time-ins. Time-ins. When your child misbehaves or is aggressive or is being defiant, it is often a reflection of a deeper feeling. Instead of punishing the behavior, you need to get to the root cause behind the behavior. What underlies the child's misbehavior is big feelings, big overwhelming feelings of frustration, anger, irritation, or sadness. This child who is overwhelmed with his big feelings needs you to first soothe and comfort them through these unmanageable feelings before you can address their behavior. Right? Behavior is just a symptom. Feelings are at the root, and time-ins help us address these big feelings and help soothe the child so they can first calm down. And once they calm down, they can reflect on their behavior. In time-ins, instead of sending your child to another room or making them stand or sit in a corner by themselves, you keep your child near you or in a place where they feel safe and not isolated or abandoned. In time-in, you connect with your child to help comfort and calm them down before you get them to reflect on their behavior. This way, you are teaching your child two things: how to regulate their feelings and their behavior, and your child feels loved in spite of their behavior. And this is a very powerful message of your unconditional love. Let's see how time-ins work in 3 steps. Step 1. Give yourself a timeout. Yes, when your child misbehaves, it is natural for you to feel upset, angry. So the first step is for you to acknowledge and regulate your own emotions. If you're angry or if you're upset, you are likely to react without thinking. When you are in control of your emotions, you're more likely to think and respond appropriately. So give yourself a quick timeout, a few deep breaths, a drink of water, some calming music, whatever helps you regain control over your emotions. In action. In Rohan's situation, his mom could first give herself a few seconds to calm down before reacting and giving her son a timeout. Step 2. Connect with and soothe your child. If your child is being aggressive, he is hitting, kicking, being destructive, remove your child from the situation. Ask your child to sit next to you or take them to a special place where they feel safe and comfortable. A place, that is filled with things that can soothe them, like their favorite pillow or stuffed toy or something. Connect to your child by getting down to their eye level and acknowledging their feelings in a calm voice. "I understand, beta, you're upset. You must be so mad." When you help your child name their feelings, it has a calming effect. Empathy always has a calming effect. Allow your child to snuggle up to you. Place an arm around them or hold them if they allow you to. Allow them to cry. It releases their pent-up feelings. If they say, "Don't touch me," respect that. Respect their feelings. Let them know that you are nearby in case they need you to comfort them. Don't try to talk too much, don't try to give gyan, don't try to lecture, don't try to give advice, as they're not in a position to listen to you, right? Remember not to take things personally when they say something in anger. They will soon calm down under your comforting care and will feel safe and secure with you. In action, Rohan's mom could separate him from his cousin, right? Then she could make him sit next to her and say, I saw you bite your cousin, Beta. You must be really angry and upset. Let's sit here together till you feel better. She could sit quietly with Rohan without saying much, listening to him shout out his frustrations, listening to him cry out his feelings of upset, and wait till he calms down. Step 3. Get your child to reflect and learn. Now that your child has had their emotions under control and their mind is in a more receptive state, you can ask them to reflect on their actions. What happened, Beta? Why did you behave like that? Was it the right thing to do? How do you think the other person felt? Coach them on how to handle the situation better the next time. What can you do if this happens again? Give suggestions such as, could you walk away when you're angry? Or maybe just scream out loud? Maybe go and punch a pillow? Tear some old newspaper? Maybe have a drink of water? What can you do? What are the different things you can do when you get angry? Guide them to make repairs. How can you make the other person feel better? What can you do if they've broken something? What can you do to replace the broken item? In action. Once Rohan has calmed down, his mother could ask him, tell me what happened. Why did you bite your cousin? She could calmly listen without passing any judgments. Then she could get Rohan to connect to his cousin's feelings by asking him, how do you think your cousin must have felt when you bit him? Next, she could guide him to make repairs with his cousin. What can you do to make your cousin feel better? Finally, she could help Rohan with strategies on what he could do next time this happens. Next time, Beta, you fight with your cousin and you get really angry, what can you do instead of biting and hitting him? Make a list maybe. And then she could give him suggestions to manage his anger. This way, Rohan will learn to regulate his emotions while learning to problem solve and deal with conflicts. These are the 3 steps of time-ins. The next time your child misbehaves and you feel out of control, give yourself a timeout and give your child a time-in. Turn every little moment of challenge into an opportunity to connect with your child and help them grow into a self-disciplined, independent, and confident person. This is the Therapist Mommy signing off.